The day Angie discovered the man she fought so hard to have belonged to a cult was the day she regretted taking another woman's husband. After lying on the floor unconscious, Angie woke up to a living nightmare. The last thing she remembered was seeing Pastor Dave speaking to a creature that looked half human and half snake. When she opened her eyes, 12 men dressed in long black cloaks were standing around her. One man, wearing chains around his neck, stepped forward and read from a scroll. He told her she had seen what no human was supposed to see. From that day forward, she would serve the Brotherhood and obey their commands. She was never to speak about what she saw, and the day she did would be the day she died. At that moment, Angie realized something she would regret for the rest of her life. Dave belonged to a cult, and she had just been initiated into it. But that was only the beginning of her troubles. Within a week, Angie lost so much weight. Every morning she was forced to cook a large pot of porridge and place it outside the forbidden room. She never saw who ate it, but within minutes the pot would always be empty. One morning, just as she placed the pot by the door as usual, she suddenly felt a sharp slap across her face. Before she could understand what was happening, something pushed her hard to the ground. Then she heard a voice, a small but firm voice of a little girl. "You always give us small porridge," the voice complained. "I'm always hungry. Why did your husband take me from my father's house? I was fine with my parents, but you took me." Then the crying began. Angie could not see anyone, but the girl kept crying and screaming, begging to be taken back home. Soon other voices joined. Women, men, children, all crying at once. "Set us free! Please let us go home." The house echoed with their voices. Angie realized something terrifying. There were many of them inside that room, and they were all trapped. But Angie herself was trapped too. There was no one she could tell about the nightmare she was living through. Every time she tried to pray, the 12 men from the Brotherhood would suddenly appear, surround her, place chains on her, and punish her mercilessly. One night, as she sat alone, trembling, Angie finally remembered someone. Viola. "Let me call Viola," she thought. With shaking hands, Angie picked up her phone. But just as Angie was about to speak, the room suddenly went cold. The 12 men of the Brotherhood stood silently before her. Then Dave stepped forward. His eyes glowed red as he snatched the phone from her hand. "You were warned never to tell a living soul what happens in this house," he said coldly. "But you just won't listen." Angie stood frozen. Dave leaned closer. "We know what you're thinking, and we know your next move before you even make it." Then he smiled. "For this act again, you will be severely punished. Watch Part 6 to find out what happens next."